Okay, we are live. Hello, hello, it is I, Equinox Eterna, with another stream of Gears Frontline 2 Exilium. Yay! I absolutely don't have anything to say. I Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today. It has been 3 days that I have been busy with shit, and even if I wanted to advance in my own projects, I was just too tired to advance or to speak, say anything. So yeah. Oh wait, before I forget, because yay, I have to tweet I have to put the stream tweet in the hashtag tab. I cannot put the hashtag in my tweet from the main page because it just doesn't show up in the hashtag tab. So I don't understand what the hell is wrong with Twitter. Well, everything is wrong with Twitter. Everybody knows what the hell is wrong with Twitter. There's something wrong with Twitter, but nobody knows what the hell is going on with Twitter. I have been following an amazing artist, an amazing art nice artist that has been experimenting and with his account, his usual account, his not safe for work account, a secondary account, that account that he just created, because he posts not loots, but let's say suggestive illustrations of our next characters, especially of Whole Hayek, which you probably know how stacked she is. Well, the thing is, when the artist posts the art, his art, their art, they get shadow banned. They get restricted. The image that is exceptionally safe, it gets flagged instantly as not safe for work, as with the spoiler sensitive media thingy. So I have been, for the past few weeks, I have been seeing that artists struggling a lot because of that. So I understand that Twitter is right now a mesh of stupidity. It always is because of the users, but that's not something that I want to engage right now. But the algorithm is bad. YouTube algorithm is its own beast. So yeah. But we are not here to talk about how social media works. We are here to complete this Deep Oblivion story, at least the part 1. Before before we have to... Oh shit, it's a lot. Yeah, we have to start right now instead of saying excuses. Let's get into it. DeFi. Holy shit, that's a spoiler. The precondition for the exchange of intelligence is mutual trust. That's a spoiler and a half. Yay. Once Rovella has switched back to her own frame and gone through a series of calibrations, Leva's group heads for the address marked on the land deed. Leva orders Sopo to scout ahead, while she and Rovella wait a short distance away. No wonder there's no market on the map. It appears to be just an old villa in the suburbs. After all this running around, a find like this really kills the mood. With Dia's help, we haven't encountered too many attacks along the way. It really wasn't so bad. You're so strict. Don't tell me you also measure performance by kill count, like Luke, eh? I'm only being realistic. Of course you are. The map before the altered ID doesn't need to be too precise this time. As long as traces of the three of us pop up across Odessa, that's enough to keep the PSA busy. With your tech, it's probably running on auto by now. It should be. He has helped pinpoint a newly set up encrypted server. Okay, now all three of us are connected. Hopefully the security level is a bit higher. I don't want to be fighting while warning someone might hack our home base. Do you think their electronic warfare ability surpasses yours? Hard to say, but Callan's comms line with the chief is strictly encrypted, and I really couldn't detect any tampering on the chief's end. Besides, according to what Lenna said earlier, the enemy also got hold of the comms code agreed upon between Callan and the commander. As much as I hate to admit it, their electronic warfare ability is definitely not below mine. Breaking even would already be lucky. If they lay traps and slip into the cracks, it will be even harder to handle. Yeah, it's impossible to guard against everything. Rovella, you're a modified Tyrian doll. From your perspective, if the opponent's electronic warfare ability matches mine, 75% of my performance is consumed by electronic warfare modules. How much processing power do I have left for combat? Even for an enhanced Tyrian doll, trying to win in a physical fight and through electronic warfare at the same time is still extremely difficult. If you need guaranteed victory in electronic warfare, the best option is to stay in the rear, far from the battlefield. When Sopo and I run missions together, I adjust tactics the same way. Sopo takes point, I support with electronic warfare. But the opponent will definitely use the same tactics. That's really troublesome. Sopo! Rovella, Leva! Sopo comes running quickly from not far away. I just circled the yard and didn't find anything. Judging by the villas condition, it's been uninhabited for a long time. The second floor windows are cracked. As for the smells, there are no traces of food or gasoline either. But the veggies around the place are too thick. To be sure, we'll need to go inside the yard. In that case, let's go take a look together. The front gate is on the other side. I already took the lock off while I was at it. Rovella, what's wrong? You got a strange look on your face. If there's an ambush inside, you already alerted them. The lock was so old. It fell off with just a little touch. Forget it, save us from climbing the wall. Let's stay sharp and move in. Leva's group circles around the main entrance. But just as they reach the corner, Sopa suddenly raises her hand. Leva and Rovella instantly dart aside, pressing against the thick shrubs. The dust-covered leaves tremble lightly, but make no sound. Wait, something's off! Enemies? The gate is open. I only took the lock off and left. The hinges are rusted. It was sink open just from the wind. Leva scans around them carefully and then signals Sopo to switch to level 2 comms. Sopo, circle around the other side. Keep your steps light. On my command, we'll breach from both flanks. Okay! After a moment, Sopo peers out from the bushes on the other side of the yard. The side's closer into the gate, and sure enough, there's a line of footprints. I also found some fresh loose flakes right by the gate. Since the path we took wasn't long, and they still got in silently, they must be very cautious. A burglar? Who would bother with such a remote old villa? A trap? Not sure, but if we don't go in, the lead ends here. We'll decide after we meet them. Sopo, Rovella, get ready. We're going in 3 seconds. 3, 2. Leva comes down through the level 2 comms link. The dolls tighten their grips on their weapons. 1! Sobo bursts in first. Gunfire explodes in the yard. It really is an ambush! Sobo dodges nimbly. Robel and Leva immediately fire towards the sound. A black shadow flashes towards the back of the two-story villa. Bullets trace its steps, gawking a line in the ground. Sobo! Sobo! Northeast 15 degrees, straight line, 45 meters. What's this? Sobo steadies herself and charges fast. Fighting noises echo from behind the villa. Ha! Something like a flower trellis crashes to the ground. Damn! You're pretty strong! Novella, go help her. A sweet area, be right here. Be right there. Got it! Novella quickly dashes around the villa. And bullets spray into the sky. Silence falls. Weapon confiscated. That is to do it. Leva, what's your status? There should be no other combat units in the area. Looks like it's just one. So we got a petty thief? Well, come take a look and you will see. Why so mysterious? Footsteps approach, and Leva reaches the backyard. Honey! In the shadows, a disarmed woman stands facing the wall with her arms raised and her back to the 3 dolls. Yay! Leva's eyes narrow as she recognizes her. I'd say long time no see, but for you to be at this place at this time, I didn't receive any intel about you being here before we set out. Did the state sec send you? I act on my own behalf. I and Task Force DeFi have no ties to state sec anymore. Leva tilts her head slightly, her eyes locked on the woman against the wall, her gun still raised. Then can you please briefly explain your purpose here? And 94 of Angelia's Task Force DeFi. Instead of answering Leva, AN94 slowly turns around. You tell me first, why are you doing here? What are you doing here? Information exchange requires mutual trust. This is a one-sided interrogation. Your former commander Angelia isn't here, and won't ever be. And as far as I know, Task Force DeFi no longer exists. Since you still identify yourself as a member of DeFi, why are you acting alone on your own behalf? Where are the other dolls? Besides, our intel sources were not notified about this beforehand, and yet, you just so happened to appear at the remote villa at the moment we show up. I don't believe this was a coincidence. And 94, are you on sort of special mission? Our situation is already unusual, and you showed up completely out of the blue. If there's something we should know, tell us. That's right, Robella's got a point. And also, we already wasted plenty of time. Could you kindly give me an answer within 1 minute? You already know everything about DeFi. If you mean what happened around 2065, I'm more or less aware. But what happened in the 10 years after that, I have no idea. What I care about now is this. If you didn't get your intel from the StateSec, then from where? Seeing Leva so cautious and Robella somewhat lost and flustered, AN94 glances at the gun aimed at her, then sighs in resignation. Ah, she's so cute! So pretty! So... She hasn't changed at all. You're worried about Intel leaks or a mole? You can relax. Since leaving the StateSec, I have been using backdoors. Was replanted while I still worked for them. Through them, I monitor some of StateSec communications. Just a few days ago, I caught a suspicious signal. A suspicious signal? Yes. The signal was faint and the contents scrambled, indecipherable. A brand new form of encryption. I'm not sure, but it might be exactly what I've been searching for. By backtracking the signal, I confirmed its origin, right here. What are you looking for? At this stage, I can tell you. I see. Leva? That's all I can say. What you do with me afterward is up to you. AN94 turns her gaze back to the wall and quietly closes her eyes. Pity. I don't know what AN94 is hiding, but our mission is filled with enough intrigue. When every step feels like walking on thin ice, we can afford even the smallest new risk. Leva shrugs and walks towards AN94. Leva! Leva gestures for Rovella to be quiet with a wink. Rovella looks hesitant, but after meeting Sopo's eyes, they both tighten their grips on their weapons. In the night, the black gun barrels glint coldly. So, Leva takes hold of AN94 raised right hand. Let's work together. Since your lead also points to the villa, it clearly isn't just some old house. Or things happen to be short a member for now. How about you fill in temporarily? Wait, who was the... Oh, yeah, Lenna. 9. You don't suspect me? I do, but based on what DeFi did before 2065, I still have some trust in you as one of them. Even though there are still plenty of problems in the world today, well, we still owe you our thanks for how things played out the way they did. And based on what you have described, I have reason to believe that we are enemies. What do you think, AN94? Alright. You agreed so readily. I don't want to waste time on resources on meaningless fights. My mission has nothing to do with yours, so we're not enemies. Since we are both here to explore, I don't mind working with you. That's great. I wouldn't want to fight an old comrade either if I can help it. Then we can finally exchange some proper greetings. Long time no see, AN94. Long time no see, Leva, Rovella, and... Sopo. Right, Sopo. You two were buddies before. Well, not buddies. It was 12 with Sopo, but you already were were very big friends before. So why are you introducing yourself again? And please don't address me as AN94 anymore. I go by Alba now. With some light rustling, Sopo, gripping the cable, slides quickly downward and lands slightly. A safe touchdown! Let me take a look. Sopo switches on night vision and carefully scans her surroundings. After making sure it's safe, she connects into the level 2 comms link. Rovella, Leva, Alba, it's clear down here. You can come down. Roger that. Soon the three dolls descend one after another along the elevator cable. With the help of night vision, they can roughly make out the fact that they are at the end of a passageway. The passage is about 2 meters wide, winding through the underground, its destination impossible to determine. Take up defense information. Keep close to the walls and don't fire unless necessary. At Leva's command, the team moves out. Didn't think there'd be such a huge space underneath this villa. Good thing Sopo followed the scrape marks and found the hidden elevator behind the fridge. She's the cutest dog for a reason. Hehe, 3 later can't stop me. Alright, while you were coming down, I did a little check and found that the elevator still has power. It can move only because of access restrictions. It can't move only because of access restrictions. The system here is pretty secure. Taking full control is almost impossible. Leva, I prioritize disabling the cameras we can avoid. Yes, please. The doors continue forward, all the while carefully evading surveillance. This passage is pretty long. Go ahead, we're close to the exit. Sunlight's right. Everyone, stay sharp. After a fully armed patrol of automaton passes, the dolls step out of hiding and find the passage joining a much wider, taller tunnel. The tunnel is big enough for a mid-sized trucks. Looks like a transport route. See? Every so often, there is a security gate. It's connected to plenty of side passages, like the one we just came from. The floor here is reinforced for load bearing, likely designed by some real big guys to pass. The narrow side passages are meant for human use. If the road widens suddenly, then that must also be a larger entrance somewhere. We're at least 100 meters underground, aren't we? The whole road looks like it hasn't been used in ages. Which only makes it more suspicious. Clearly it hasn't been used in years, yet they still post patrol droids and keep the security system running. What is this place? We don't have enough information yet. We need to push deeper. Rovella, you and I will focus on hacking the surveillance along the way, and engage patrol droids with electronic warfare if necessary. Sopo, Alba, you two cover us and keep an eye out for threats. We don't know how many enemies we're up against, and Rovella and I can fully control the system. We must avoid open combat. Don't trip the alarms and escalate the situation. Okay. Eliminate all. Yeah, okay. Up. Yeah, forgot that. Yay. So maybe, yep, I could have done better, but too late. I already done that. Yay. I do it manually because I don't like doing the auto. Because even if it's just like to admire the assets, the 3D models, is boring. And if I put the auto and just watch destroy everything in the map, then I will fall asleep even faster. So, and I'm already very, very sleepy. Continue. Okay. Wait. Okay. Wonderful. Yay. Boom. Only the ult can do the extra punch attack, so yeah, that Aegis blade is can't reach here. Fuck. What can I? What if? Oh, okay. Leva punch. Give me a second, I need to mute for us. I'll mute. Hey, I'm back. After some investigation, they arrived before a sealed electronic door. The electronic sign on the door is dead too. What's inside? Don't tell me it's another mini lab. That makes at least 3 we found. They all look the same, and aside from some small updated security droids, there's nothing. The production rig look like they haven't been started in over a year, and we can extract any data from the electronic devices. Boring. At least we can confirm this a small mechanical research site. The automatons match early Gerard parts supplied to Odessa security forces. No trademark, but odds are the Gerard group own this place. Then we have hit the jackpot. Yeah, it has assassinated the chief, planted false evidence, and even deployed heavy guards. All just to hide some junk in a hidden workshop? This doesn't add up. Gerard already has the license to produce security droids. They have no need to be so secretive about it. So what's really going on here? If we want to know, we have to dig deeper. Leva? Let's move into the nearby passage and prep for electronic warfare. Better if I handle it myself. You take over me, please. Okay. Whoa. Right in the face. Hell yeah. Now cracking the system defenses. Rovella, I'll be counting on your support. Roll. I love the twinters, but I prefer them when they are over the shoulder. In front of the shoulders. And not on the back. But lovely twinters anyways. Skyfire on top. Okay. Okay, so probably if here we can hit everyone, right? What? Oh, okay. Boom. I should probably have done this first. But yeah, too late. Too late, already used Lenna. Yay. Where's my rocket punch? Here it is. Misclick. Fuck. What's wrong with my mouse? I mean, it's not even only when I play when I play Art Knights, the mouse just stops responding sometimes, but and it's GPG fault. But the mouse is old already, like 2-3 years I have used it, but so it shouldn't be working that bad. The worst part is when I play Monhun, because I don't play Monhun with the controller. I play with mouse and keyboard, and the right click gets stuck a lot, and I have cleaned it with pressurized air and everything, and it's still, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with this mouse, man. Well, Leva works on the intrusion. The other 3 dolls form a semicircle around her and keep guard. This is taking a while. Is their security level that high? It uses composite encryption. The success rate of cracking it is about 45%. Leva and I don't dare to use brute force. In case you alert the droids if you fail? Yeah. We also don't want to raise the defense level if the system flags a threat. Leva completes the hack and exits level 2. I have taken care of the door and the cameras in the room. Sopo, you won't be disappointed this time. Eh? Something good in there? Sopo slings her weapon, dashes her head, and slips into the room. Wait, don't worry, it's just an ordinary lab. Perfectly safe inside. Let's go. The 3 remaining dolls enter the lab. Rebel and Alba both frown at the sight within. Sopo, however, looks around in excitement. I'll check over there. She darts off toward a console. Leva, and you call this ordinary? Objectively speaking, these are just some peculiar components. They are not components. Alba walks up to a specimen, an incomplete doll frame hanging from the wall, missing her lower half and left arm, her chest unarmored. Like this one. Inside the exposed mechanical torso, wires tangled in a chaotic mess. Synthetic skin coverage at least 20%, no left eye module installed. An unfinished prototype, never fully assembled? But it's still one of the more complete ones here. Alba turns to the other specimens. They are more fragmented, some only with a single arm or half a torso. Under night vision they appear eerie and bleak. Yeah, even the most complete isn't 60% finished. Most likely failed attempts before the prototype stage. I nearly ended up like them myself. No! She needs headpads. I want to give her headpads. And Corposant is... we have to wait at least 2 months for Corposant, so minimum of 2 months for Corposant. Alba, are you beating them? Alba shakes her head. Nah, I just think I was lucky. She needs a lot of headpads and a lot of kisses. UMP45 has gone through Harlequins as lucky. At least I'm still standing here. Meanwhile, Rovella, who has been inspecting other specimens, comes over. She carefully feels around for a mechanical joint on the frame. This one has it too. Found something? A date, look. Shining a flashlight at the joint, a faint engraving of some small texts can be made out. 2071. The last digits are torn red. So they were produced as early as 2071. Some parts can be traced back even earlier. They are arranged in an order of production dates, like fetal specimens displayed in a museum. That's one of the reasons why I don't like going to biology museums or nature. What do they call it? Natural history? No. Yeah, museums of biology or science in general, because it's a combination of a lot. Yeah. I don't like going in them because it makes even if they are replicas, the parts of human bodies and that, not like I am disgusted at watching it per se, because of like repulsion or that. It's even if they are replicas, it's too cold to have them displayed like that. Don't like it. So yeah. So for dolls watching all of that, all of the incomplete dolls, unassembled parts, and especially labeled and dated and ordered into dates, it's too much. Rovella describes the match her neural cloud produces. The thought unsettles her. She glances over at Sopo. Sopo, stop playing around. Eh? Time to go. Sopo glances back at the console wistfully and then hurries over. She eagerly thrusts a part into Rovella's face, making her squint and lean back. Rovella, look! I found something new, fun. Never seen one of these before. That's a dinner gate, or that's a chip, right? Or well, not chip. It's like it has 2 ports here and 1 over in the back. Eh? Ah, okay, come in. How many times I have told you not to just rip things apart? What if you trigger an alarm? Wait, Sopo, where did you get this from? There were heaps of scrap parts by the console. I've never seen anything like this before, so I grabbed it. Hey, Rovella? Rovella strides over to the console and inspects the scattered parts closely. Seeing her reaction, the other 3 come over too. How could it be here? Is that close to Persica's work? Similar or a direct copy? I knew it. The part that Sopo picked up is Persica's design. Persica? Rovella motions to Sopo, and the latter obediently hands the part to Leva. Persica designed this kind of connector exclusively for one version of Tier Gen dolls. Its purpose was to adapt all 2nd gen parts to fit Tier Gen frames. But she unilaterally terminated that upgrade project. She later revised her design, and this type of connector was never produced again. Wait! The guy from the Lind event. That was the one saying that they stole Persica's work, right? Not the trust fund baby. The old bastard. He was the one saying that they stole Persica's research and designs. Oh. She later revised that her design and this type of connector was never processed again, so it never entered circulation. Since it was experimental, Persica only had them produced in minimal quantities. It would seem that Persica ought to investigate her contractors closely. You're saying someone stole the design from the manufacturer? Blueprints, prototypes, maybe later production batches, possibly even. Not my raw. Leva's gaze sweeps across the incomplete frames in the lab. This lab purpose and research direction my Altai back to Persica's theories on Syrian dolls. I noticed that the frames hanging here all use the same special connector. Oh my, maybe Rovela isn't the only Syrian doll successfully modified. I was never a success, not in Persica's eyes. I have seen this phrase a lot in Twitter, circling around, and I still don't know if this directly it's something that Persica stated, or is Ro just being pessimistic because she couldn't protect them for, and just for that she doesn't believes that she's successful in like a surgeon doll. Either way, she needs head pads, kisses in the front of the head, in the forehead, and a lot of cuddles. Oh, no wonder she later brought Lenna into her experiments. What happened? Oh yeah. Rovela voiced the question. It doesn't matter. Persica! I've checked all the frames. No one carry an error cloud, so there's nothing to hack. There's no point in investigating this lab any further. But we did gain something. Suppo, keep that part safe. Don't lose it. No worries. Suppo tucks the connector carefully into her pocket. So, let's move on. As the dolls leave the lab, the camera that Leva has disabled slowly swivels, tracking their departure. Third generation doll. Data information changed. Let's go back. Deep Oblivion. It's 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 7. These are all historian combat and one big story only. But first, story time. Well, first, the 5-1. The precondition for the exchange of intelligence is mutual trust. The 5-2. If you're not an enemy, we can work together. Third generation doll. A plant that's been stopped in its tracks isn't necessarily stopped for good. Yearn for freedom. With the treasure plundered by thieves, the guards cannot escape their shackled fate. The electronic door opens smoothly, and Leva and the others enter the room. This laboratory is larger than the others, with rows of cabinets filled with servers. The blue signal lights flash rhythmically without pause. Quite a party here. So many servers. Is the Girard's server room? What the fuck is that? For Girard's scale, this is too small. I don't know why why you are not reacting to the big fucking spider on the corner in this CG here. If it was me, I don't need eyes on my back to see a spider crawling in the back of on the wall on my back. Right? I can see you over there. Stay there. Okay, let's continue. For your scale, this is too small. Probably just one of many server rooms. Still hiding servers in a place like this. It's hard not to suspect what's stored inside. Maybe this is tied to the secret Girard is so desperate to hide. Shall we try to hack them? Wait, there seems to be something up ahead. Prompted by Alba, the doors direct their gaze down the row upon rows of cabinets. In the flickering blue light in servers, a tall vertical black shadow faintly appeared against the farthest wall. A bunch of cables, maybe? It's blocked by the cabinets. I can see clearly. Looks like we need to check for hiding threats first. Sopo, Rovela, move down the aisle between the cabinets. Alba and I will stay here in case enemies try to flank us from behind. The other three doors nod and they all spring into action. Sopo and Rovela inch closer to the target. The same black shadow on the wall remains motionless, like a beast lurking in the dark. Stop in a CG. Slowly the shadow becomes clear. It looks like an arm, but it's unnaturally long. Its narrow tip doesn't end in a hand, but in a sharp sight. Rovela shoots Sopo a look, and the latter promptly darts out from behind the cabinet, raising her gun and aiming at the unknown object on the wall. What is that thing? Holy. A strange doll hangs lifelessly against the wall. Aside from her already elongated limbs, multiple thin tendrils also extend from her back, almost like the appendages of an arthropod. The ends of the tendrils are either gone muscles or sights. Her head can just barely be distinguished, but no facial features were ever designed. A cold alloy plate covers her entire face. What a bizarre construction! Is this even still a doll? After observing the doll and confirming that it is powered down, Rovela relaxes slightly. Let's get Leva and Alba over. Having received Rovela's signal, Leva and Alba hurry over. Well, what an astonishing discovery. No wonder the chief was assassinated for finding these coordinates. This can't possibly be disguised as an ordinary automaton or a civilian doll. Girard is developing such a dangerous model. This is the prototype. The frames we saw earlier on the other lab were all defective specimens. So this is a prototype for the second mode of Darture. Oh no. If he uses the same standard parts, then this is practically proof that Girard stole Persica's technology to research Syrian dolls. Ravella reaches toward the grotesque doll on the wall to investigate further, but Leva grabs her. What's wrong? Better be careful. We might be able to explain away your smooth progress so far as having successfully misdirected the enemy's attention. But for the hiding place of such a deadly thing, the defenses here seem awfully thin. Your perspicacity is commendable. Oh no! That's Reina Ueda! Hearing the voice from the doorway, Leva and others immediately switch to combat readiness and disperse behind nearby cabinets. Ah! Ah! In my eyes! I got flashbanged. Ah! The lights in the room come on all at once, the sudden glare briefly disrupting the doll's vision. When their visual models stabilize, the one who just... Ooh, it's so awful. The one who just spoke is already standing in the middle of the aisle. The real guard dog has arrived. Darcher, a third generation doll. Desu wa? She lifts her skirt with one hand and sinks into an elegant yet pompous curtsy. A pleasure to meet you. I hope I haven't caused you much alarm. A Syrian doll? Indeed. It seems you're not unfamiliar with this arm. As Dartur takes a step forward, the dolls raise their weapons at her. Stay where you are! Don't move! Dartur obediently sets her parcel down by her feet, raises both hands, and takes a step back. No need to be nervous. For now, I have no intention of fighting you. Otherwise, your remaining time would be spent only in terror and emptiness. We should thank you for sparing us, but right now, the one being held at gunpoint seems to be you. True enough. As I am now, I stand no chance. Leva, is this the highly lethal doll you mentioned earlier? Doesn't look like much. I thought we'd at least get a good fight the moment we met. My apologies, I cannot fight you here. Here? What do you mean? In another place you just straight my head off? If that is your wish, I don't mind obliging. Dartur fixes her gaze on Sopo and flashes her a dangerous smile. Since you have made it this far, you must know something about this research facility. This is where all third generation dolls were born. So it has been abandoned by now, and what remains are only the defective pieces you have seen and that failed prototype behind you. I don't think these things deserve to be called Syrian dolls. To share your opinion is an honor. These things coupled together from your reacts, vulgar, ugly, stupid, much like their maker. Sounds like you got a grudge against Girard. They forged tools of conquest, yet they fear the very power they seek. The pitiful maker etched restrictions, fearful of the dolls turning on them. The server room packed with Girard's data is, for us, no different from a prison. Foolish, isn't it? The treasure is already in the Thieves' hands, yet the souls guarding it are shackled by their king's chains. I get a feeling she just insulted us too. Yeah. Whether you can fight or not, you're not getting out of this without losing 2 legs and a head. Wait! Ravela presses Sobo's gun down, watching Dartur warily as she rambles on heedlessly. You're telling the truth when you say you can attack us here. And you're handing us all this information. That must mean you're confident that you can still keep us trapped here, isn't that right? Dartur claps her hands happily. As a higher creation, I expected nothing from second generation dolls. But you and that doll squad leader I met before had both impressed me deeply. I apologize for my earlier scorn and rudeness. She's not acting like a spoiled brat, at least. What happened, Arthur? Disregarding the threat, and Arthur takes a step back and curtsies again. With her head bowed, her expression is obscured. Wait, no, I'm thinking about it. Does that Sirgen, not Sirgen, that Girard doll that we have seen in a silhouette in that CNS stream, the one that is not Sextans, is that also voiced by Reina Ueda or is Marina Inoue? If it's Reina Ueda, holy hell. Well, I still want my Carcanos, the both Carcano sisters. I still want them. So yeah, disregarding the threat, Dartor takes a step back and curtsies again. With her head bowed, her expression is obscured. I only hope your combat skill matches that of the steam dolls. Dartor suddenly snatches up her parasol, throws to the side, and slips behind the row of cabinets. That's where the alarm is. Yeah, told you not to waste time talking with her. Sobo sprints toward the aisle where Dartor has vanished and raises her gun without hesitation. Sopo, wait! A burst of bullet slams into the servers Dartor is using as a cover. Sparks erupt in the room and the servers buzz angrily. That love! Sopo, fall back! You and Alba secure the lab entrance. Restrict her movements. Do not fire without orders. I take back what Jason said. Dartor's voice sounds eerily distorted. She slowly steps out from cover and curtsies once more towards Leva. You are even better. Her frame is unharmed and free from bullet holes. With the parasol in one hand, her lower body still locked in a curtsy while her upper body remains upright. She looks both elegant and absurd in that posture. What happened to her? Thank you for freeing me. The server Sobo shot crackles behind Arthur, making her voice sound broken. Freedom! At last! I'm no longer bound to those fools' orders. This is her server? Correct. Dartor finally straightens up completely. Her head turns at an unnatural angle toward Alba, who has reached the entrance, but her eyes are not focused on Alba. Ooh, nice voice acting. And voice modifying. The section complete. Transaction complete. I'll leave the rest to you. If you disappoint me, I won't spare you. As if in response, the surveillance camera above Alba, which should have been disabled, flickers to life. Someone's watching us! Leva! Surveillance control has been taken back. Multiple trains are closing in outside. Ignoring the doll's commotion, Dartrude slowly raises her parasol. Everyone, prepare for combat. Burgen. Local. Data. Seemingly oblivious to the doll's incoming attack, Dartrude lowers her eyes and smiles faintly as she strokes the shaft of her parasol. She's what? Suddenly her smile twists into a horrific grimace, and what she does next leaves the doll stunned. Dartrude drives the parasol hard into her own core. Oh. She... Zzz, zzz, zzz. More fracture crackling. Silver sparks burst like fireworks. The heat charts her synthetic skin, releasing an acrid stench. Fluid runs down the parasol and drips onto the metal floor, spreading slowly. Dartrude loses all balance and topples forward. The parasol tip pierces completely through her core. At the same time, the servers erupt in a shrill roar. The prototype Tyrian doll hanging on the wall lights up. Oh no! A double. The servers keep howling. Dartrude's actions are beyond comprehension. The chaos before them leaves the doll unable to calculate any reasonable outcome. It's deafening! Leva, the server data is being destroyed. Gerard is wiping the evidence. Rovella, lead Sub on Alba to fight the patrol droids. I'll hack the servers and stop the purge. Use excited time and tactics. Understood. Where is my raw? If something, it should have been Leva and Rovella event first, like simultaneously, and then Lenna's event, at least unlocked, because that one has spoilers for the second part of this event, but Mika team is Mika team. And even if you want to question Mika team, it's not worth it. Ah! You can reach. Shirokuro. Okay, AoE. Oh yeah. If I can reach this, then it's easy breezy. Clean. Oh, there's more? Oh, two up there. Yay! Oh, you sent him. After taking down the system defense automaton, Leva quickly hides behind a block of virtual data. Leva's neural calculations gradually output several results as she observes the level 2 space. Impressive! Using Dart to lure us into destroying the servers, then exploiting the server damage to launch a strike on Girard's data center. I thought we had definitely finally grabbed Girard by the throat, but it turns out we have been caught in one big nest instead. Leva looks toward the collapsing edges in the distance. After weighing her options and running more calculations, she sighs. The data protection functions have nearly collapsed. I can handle this alone. I'll need to ask Rovella for help. Leva prepares to cut her connection to level 2. Network error. Your request has been denied. Eh? Network error. Your request has been denied. So hospitable. I really don't deserve such courtesy. Though still smirking, Leva grows more wary and starts scanning her surroundings carefully. Not far away, broken data fragments begin to resemble, forming another system defense automaton. A lighting voice comes through a speaker. How about perishing along with the data, Miss UMP45? What? System defense robot? You're welcome to try. I don't recognize that voice. Inside the server room, the dolls fighting patrol droids. Notice Leva's abnormal state. Rovella, what's happening with Leva? Her neural cloud is cut off, most probably caused by the hack. What do we do? With Leva's electronic warfare ability, she won't go down easily. The first priority is keeping her frame safe. Check your statuses. We'll retry it to a safe position. Then prepare to provide electronic warfare support for Leva. What? Rovella props up Leva's unresponsive frame and quickly takes cover behind another obstacle. Oh, Rovella, check the cache space. So many upload requests won't bounce it back? That's a file upload, isn't it? Could the server be broken? Alba, how is it in your end? Save here. Something's off. The contents and return times don't match. The sync failure prompts are only showing now. Damn, our network environment is being controlled. Lately, from the moment we entered here, all overloaded information was intercepted. You meant they tampered with the sync process? Yes, it's more likely for yet a fake virtual relay. From the moment we entered this underground facility, our submitted data never even reached the Earth's encrypted server. Rovella sprays a burst of bullets towards the squad of droids rushing in from outside the lab. We don't have time to worry about this now. Fall back first, we'll deal with the rest later. A person well interrupts the doll's fight with the automatons. Wah! The massive electromagnetic interference throws the doll off balance, forcing them down to one knee. What? What's happening? Rovella fights through the dizziness and looks toward the source of the sound. The prototype that has been quietly hanging on the wall suddenly stirs. Multiple tendrils behind her glow as thought blood is flowing within. Her armored head jerks unnaturally. Neural clogging. That's Arthur's voice. Then she self-destruct. Her residual neural cloud has been secreted into the prototype. Since Dartor has already broken the restrictions that are programmed into her base layer by destroying her own Nero Cloud, hell can be. What? Ah! I blanked out for a second. What? What happened? What the hell happened? Since Arthur has already broken the restrictions that Gerard programmed into her base layer by destroying her neural cloud, Gerard's attack restraints probably no longer apply to the prototype either. She just won't stay dead. Is she a cockroach? Let me blow her up with. Is that a W reference? The shrill wail sounds again. Sopo's movement is disrupted before she can attack. Her electromagnetic interference hit us too hard. We don't stand a chance like this. First blocking our data sync, then trapping Leva. Next he'll definitely wipe us out to silence us and erase all the evidence. Sopo, Alba, take Leva. Retreat before she's fully activated. I don't know what the hell happened with. Okay, I need to go to the bathroom, wash my face, and I don't know, something to energize my brain because right now is acting is I don't know what's going on. I'll come back in. I'll come back in 5. Let's leave you there. Ah! Wait. No, I wanted to go to the base. Anyways, be right back. Hello, I'm back. Beep. Beep beep. Okay, let's continue. I wash my face and I'm yeah. The problem with reading in the night is that I become so relaxed with even even if it's a high stakes story like Roller or whatever or Dark Knights. I become so relaxed that at some point it just becomes and I fall asleep. Well, not fall asleep exactly like that because I always manage to wake myself up in the last second and then throw myself to bed. But yeah, that's what happens. It does so. Okay, let's continue. Robel and the others dash down the corridor, alarms and the rapid approach of mechanical units filling their ears. Patrol squad is incoming! What? There's more of them? But I don't remember running into this many patrols on the way here. Limited security drives on the production floors have been activated. Prepare to engage. Objective, break through the encirclement. Don't get bogged down. Sopo, guard Leva. Okay, leave it to me. Leave it to me. I love my Robella wife with homophobia in her eyes. Ready for breakout. I'll leave Leva in your hands, Soap. Aegis Bulwark, evacuate everyone. She's not that slow, right? Not that slow. But it's an evacuate everyone, so let's have a little bit of movement. Can I? Perfect. Boom. Yeah, okay. Leva there. All of them in one hit. Wonderful. There's a dead eye, there's a dead eye, dead eye, dead eye. That eye is late. And I can keep walking. Okay, let's get Ulrid. If someone gets close, Ulrid moves. Oh, it's still very far away. Let's throw Lenna over here. Oh yeah, I forgot that she can't. She can cross. I mean, she can't reach over there. That's stupid. Most of the dolls that have that teleportation or jump ability can reach up there. Can reach different places like that. Look, look. She's also jumping, right? But you can also jump over there with the sword. So the excuse that they are walking in a straight line is not. That's stupid. Or like the dash from Ulrid. This dash can also reach over there. Look, pa. Nope, that's stupid. Why only Lenna cannot jump over there? Select one tile within a crush cross-shipped area of Tritas and lands on it. There's nothing. An opening encirclement. Move. Sopo, you go first. I'll cover. Take the passage we came from. Got it. Sopo charges through the gap with Leva on her back, not forgetting to stomp hard on a small droid that's fallen to the floor. Out of my way, you best. You're looking and spotting you this time. Sopo, we don't have time to throw this. Fine. Mission completed. Breaking out. Sopo, are you alright? Want to switch? I'm fine. Now that we're further away, her interference isn't as strong. Sopo adjusted Leva's frame on her back. Still, Persica really needs to make dolls like that. Revelant, we really have to go back the way we came. Even if another path might also lead us above ground, the situation is critical. Everything else is unknown. If we take a wrong one, we'll get visited and blocked in a dead end. Hold on, we are close to where we descended. Hit signatures ahead in the right corridor, about 20 meters away. A squad of armed droids are about to intercept us. Yeah, there's no end to this. Yep, I just want more story. Evacuate everyone again. Can we jump from there? Yeah. 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 Nine tiles. 7 tiles. 9 tiles. Okay, well, of course they are vanguards. They are both vanguards. Boom. Hey there. Wait, what? Hello there. There's no enemy to reach there. And there's no enemy to reach there. She is jumping. No enemy, not range. Nothing in range, nothing in range. Only Ulrid. Hey, they're making her move. Nice. So nice of them. They're guiding her towards the exit. Such gentle fellows. Poop. Retreat. Retreat. Let us jump over there. Whoop. And Leva's far the fuck away. Holy hell. Surveillance before you move out of the area. Comiste. Ñajaja. Can I? Well, she's helping her sister. Ooh, I can reach there. But I can still hit you? No! No, that's so bad. Wah! Let's retreat. And retreat. Rebel's group keeps fighting the armed droids in pursuit. Once we turn that corner, we'll reach the passage. Sopo, how's Leva? I still no response, but I can haul her all the way back to Kiev if I have to. Don't worry. Right. No hit signatures ahead. Rear pursuit will enter a line of sight in about 3 minutes. Sopo, you probably need to climb the rope again. Can you manage? No problem, just strap Leva to me. Good, everyone speed up. Once we reach the surface, cut the rope immediately to buy time for the retreat. The doors accelerate, but just as they are about to reach the passage, they stop in their tracks. The security gate has closed. Alba, Robela, get clear! The once wide passage is now a wall of steel. Swo immediately raises her gun and fires at the gate. The bullet only leaves only shallow marks. Damn it! Kusa! Whoever claims security access must have closed it. Turn back now, we'll take the passage we just passed. The frail whale looks down the doll's movement once again. Yeah! A metal sight scrapes across the floor, making an awful noise. Multiple squads of armored droids appear ahead. Behind them, the prototype, now partially activated, draws ever closer. All retreats cut off. Since we can escape, we'll fight them head on. Swo props Leva up against the security gate. She grimaces as she resists the prototype's interference. Her gun-wielding hands trembles faintly. When Leva wakes up, how many pieces do you think I can break that prototype into? However many you like. Woohoo! The battle with the prototype officially begins. Silence, silence, the witness. Execute, execute, execute. Darth's voice keeps beating stiff, mechanical commands. Watch out! Her nether clothes seems to be malfunctioning, but her strikes are merciless. Alba bends back, just in time to avoid the prototype's sharp sight. Missing her mark, the prototype jerks her arm back, leaving a jagged scar across the metal wall. All units, report current frame damage rate. Rebel drops an attacking droid with 2 precise shots, then nearly stumbles at the prototype. Electromagnetic interference forces her to steady herself against the wall. 35%. Around the same here. Rebella, how are you holding up? 15%. I'm fine, but the prototype is becoming more agile. At this rate, we'll start taking a lot more damage in no time. We need to neutralize her electromagnetic interference first. Otherwise, we'll always be fighting with our hands tied. Can you hack it? No. Every network I can detect is under her control. I can break in remotely. If this keeps up, never mind the prototype. We won't be able to handle all these armed droids getting around us. The fight grinds into a stalemate. The dolls, barely holding the line in the rare gaps between bursts of EM interference, have no time to strategize. You can do it remotely, then what about via wire connection? That would increase the success rate, but it's still inversely proportional to the prototype security strength. So it's possible, right? What are you planning? Well, I can still move. I'll exploit the gap right after another burst of her interference to get close and jack straight to her port. Then I'll give you full access to my base, Leia. You'll just have to use me as a relay and hack her through your own local network. Then... No. Don't use yourself like that, Sopo. Not again. Rebella could Sopo off instantly. Why not? This was only shot. The prototype design is compatible with us. Even if you manage to reach her, you won't be able to connect. So what? You sit here and wait to be destroyed? I think of something else. Alba scrutinizes Rovela's expression. After a quick calculation, she decides to speak up. There may be a way. Like Doctor said, the prototype is based on the other frames in the lab, so she probably shares their design, which means the connector Sopo gravity in the lab might actually work. As for her frame structure, you know Persicastir Gentle better design better than I do. Even if we solve the issue of compatibility, the windows between interference bursts are too short. Sopo will barely have time to follow through. If she slips up, she's... Eh? Do you expect me to solo the prototype? No way. Exactly. If I messed up, then you and Alba cover me. If I freeze from interference, you two buy me time. But if you get hit, your chance of rebooting is close to zero. And you just have to keep a close eye on me. Come on, just tell me where the most viable port is. With you watching my back, Soap is invincible. She's too naive for her own good. But that's why we love Sopo. Sadly, that's the reason why we love Sopo. Realizing Sopo's resolve, Rovella clenches her fists. Then promise me, no reckless charges this time. Follow my orders. No problem. Alright then. The port will probably be near her core. Judging from the frames in the lab, the most viable one is slightly wired into her head. Her head? Interesting. Sopo shakes the stiffness out of her joints, then tosses her firearm away. Better drop anything that slows me down. Ravela hesitates for a moment, then nods. We'll cover you. All set. Just give the word. We strike 5 seconds after her next interference pulse. Alba, focus on separating Sopo and keeping the armed droids busy. I'll stay back to provide covering fire and prepare front hack. Roger that. Sopo, the jacking timing is your call. I'll match your move. But if I order a retreat, you must obey immediately. Got it. We have been sneaking around all this way. I'm itching for a proper fight. Ravela, I leave the cleanup to you. Let's tear this place apart. Sopo barely finishes her sentence when the piercing wail comes again. Countdown. 4, 3, 2, 1. At 0, the dolls launch their offensive. I'm counting on you. Sopo shoots forward like a lucid arrow, trailing a red streak in her wake. The armored droids on the forefront fire frantically, tracking her darting figure. Too slow! Sopo kicks up the plating of a small crawler droid and springs forward past the prototype stabbing sight. Before the armored droids can ever register her landing point, she has already burst through the first line of defense. This is boring! Come on! More of you! All of you! Come at me! Sopo rips across the battlefield like a thunderbolt, smashing droids left and right, her grin growing more and more maniacal. Crap. Sopo, you nutcase! Alba, cover here! The game has only just begun. Sopo snatches a hovering drone midair and hurls it straight into the incoming droid. While she succeeds in neutralizing its attack, she's also leaving her back exposed. Spotting the opening, the prototype instantly drives his sight forward without hesitation. Sopo! Duck! A precise burst slams into the prototype tendril, forcing it to strike wide. Flipping forward, Sopo plants a foot on the wall, rebounds, and snatches the thrashing tendril in her hands. Gotcha! She yanks hard at the tendril, grows that. Useless yank! Guess I'll take it off your hands. She's about to rip it free when a new pulse of interference tears through her, forcing her to let go with a hiss. Nyeh. Sopo, focus on your objective. Follow orders. The burst of interference and Rovela's shout jars Sopo back to her senses. She sticks her tongue out sheepishly. Ah, sorry, on it. With Rovela and Alba covering her anew, Sopo finally closes in on the prototype. Warning, warning, danger. All the lights along the prototype tendrils blaze red. They whip and lash to drive Sopo back. But Sopo charges ahead without slowing down. Rovela and Alba's gunfire carves Sopo in a path for her. Through the hail of bullets, Sopo leaps again and scrambles onto the prototype's back. She ignores the droids swarming after her, sees the prototype's jaw, and wrenches hard. Bye bye! She tears the armor of the prototype's head in one brutal motion. The exposed port gleams in the open. Without a second thought, Sopo slams the connector in and links directly to the prototype. Commencing hack. Ooh, chaos. I know you. You're not even a tier grade doll, tier gen doll. You're a tier rate prototype of Blyad Balls. And we already fucked Blyad Balls into submission. Go, Lenna. 23 only. Boom. That was anticlimactic. On level 2, the prototype anti-system defense droids fragment into data blocks. Rovela successfully blocks the prototype electromagnetic interference function. To prevent ending up like Leva, she doesn't go deeper in and promptly exits level 2 instead. The EM interference is taken care of. Sopo, fall back to defense first. Okay. Sopo takes off the last small droid clinging to her, leaps off the prototype, and temporarily retreats to a safe distance. Malfunction. Error. Reboot. Target lost. Reboot. The prototype keeps trying to reboot. Falling into disarray, she trashes her many tendrils wildly, slicing apart the armed automatons that were attacking in coordination with her. She's flating all over the place. There's no way to get close at all. Sopo, your damage rate? 55%. It's fine, I can still move. Sopo gives a thumbs up, her other hand clutching dearly the trophy she has just ripped off the prototype. Here! Sopo! Alba tosses Sopo the firearm she dropped. Arigato. She won't be in that state for long. Get ready for battle. Right. The dolls quickly shift formation, while the prototype system finally stabilizes. Silence the witness. Execute. How are you gonna do that without EM interference? Sopo racks the slide on her gun. Meet your end here with your friends. Alba silently reloads her magazine. This time, I'll wipe you out completely, imposter. The battle is about to begin anew. What? You think you can hold me here? Think again. Let's end this game of cat and mouse here. Withstand the boss attack. Okay. There's something Reduce chaos HP below 30%. Is there something here? Why was this thing especially highlighted? There must be something here. This is the last stage, so half body passage, or I'm blind. How blind am I? There should be something here. I can't reach this. This is outside bounds. Outside bounds. Hey. Because it's withstand. It says withstand. So what? Oh, wait, what? Okay, sure, we can reach. Is there something here? Something important here? Or was it here? Nah. Well, I'll find out later. It should be easy, right? 16. And end it with just a strike. Meanwhile, on level 2, where Leva is, how long do you want to keep playing hide and seek? Leva shoots the system defense droid in front of her to smithereens. How long have we been running in circles like that? Even if you're not tired, I'm freaking tired. Since we both want to go after the other group, can we call it a truce and talk? If you're willing to give up this pointless struggle, I don't mind stopping. Looks like it's no deal then. Avoiding the edge of collapsing data, Leva fires, but the bullet only grazes the surrounding system defense droids. You helped Sexton impersonate the chief before, but now you turn on the Gira group, colored me perplexed. Just adapting to the situation. Not denying it at all, huh? How confident of you. Planning to destroy me here then? Her opponent makes no answer. Leva seizes the opening between the droids' attacks and quickly relocates. If I can, that would be ideal. Is that you being modest? Or are you just bragging? Just making a statement of fact. Your electronic warfare abilities are exceptional. To be honest, since I left the production line, this is one of the trickiest fights I have faced. I think if you had fought me without pulling your punches, the outcome might have been decided long ago. Can I take that as an agreement? Your EW performance is at least on par with mine. That you let me keep running around all this while. Likely you are tackling other tasks at the same time, aren't you? Nothing escapes you. Since you are so honest, I'll give you a piece of advice in return. If you don't start taking this battlefield seriously soon, you'll regret it. The battle positions herself against and opens fire, but the spray of bullets do no real damage to the pursuit automatons. While I admire you, bluffing won't. The other voice cuts off abruptly. Notice it finally. Impossible. A wry chuckle can be heard. Beautifully done. You weren't scuttling around to recover the data in the server room, but to retake control of the security system. Same for you. With me trapped here, my teammates must be in danger. I need to get out fast. If I can win the data struggle, I have to snatch an advantage elsewhere. But that's impossible. You'd better come to terms with reality quickly. You misunderstand. What I mean is, with a second gen dose capacity, no matter how distracted I am, such a loophole can exist. It's a hardware limitation, not explainable by luck or oversight. The droid suddenly unleashes a burst of bullets toward Leva mid-conversation and directs the other droids to join in on the attack, but Leva fends it off easily. Resorting to sneak attacks because you can win, that's bad form. I'm just curious about your processing mechanism. Looks like I'm right on the mark. Since earlier, the frequency of the attacks on my backend hasn't changed a bit. Multi-threading has limits, and you're still backward second-gen doll. You seized an opportunity, but to maintain a stall efficiency, using only your own processing power against this defense system automaton should be very taxing. Oh no, she's analyzing August! With the exploit degrading the performance of the droids under your control, shouldn't I be finding this much easier to handle? No. Something has been off since our game began. Even back at the light rail station, your processing capacity and speed far exceeded what most second-gen dolls are capable of. Can you tell me who's helping you? Or rather, is it only you? Who else could there be? My processing capacity, you saw, happens to be a bit better than the others. I think there's an extra core in your processing hub. You're not the same as other ordinary second-gen dolls. Is it really the time for you to tech research? Time is short. When the exploit spreads, even the droid you're puppeteering won't obey you anymore. You have a point. Since you are kind enough to warn me, I'll return the favor with some intel. Even if you succeeded in exploiting a loophole in the security system, I guarantee you this: to completely see security authority for me, the computing power required will exceed your neural cloud's capacity. And I do mean all of it. Are you sure you want this? Stay here and you'll only lose a fragment of your neural logs. Force it, and this will end with your neural meltdown. That might scare my teammates, but me? I'm just an ordinary, frankly third-rate second-gen doll in terms of combat capability. Weigh the pros and cons, then make the most logical choice. That's my style. As long as our neural data survives, they will someday become the bullet that kills you all. If all it costs is one neural cloud, then that's a win. Then, good luck. The defense droid before her shatters into data, and the unknown voice vanishes. Alarms start blaring all over level 2. Under enemy command, security system escalates to maximum alert. Countless defense droids close in from all directions. Now that's more like it. Looks like it's also time I finally gave it everything I got. Leva looks at her right hand and the UMP45 submachine gun in her grip. This gun has been with her through the years, brought her victory and witnessed her shame and despair. Now she believes it has become the wings that shield her comrades. Never again the cold weapon forced to aim at those who mattered. Watch over me, Forte. Ooh. Rovela's team is still fighting the prototype. Even without electromagnetic interference, the prototype still carves clear gashes into their frames. After a brutal struggle, the three dolls have managed to cut off 3 of its tendrils. Misclick. Why is it still so lively? Rovela, the enemy has already learned on rhythm and weakness. Rovela glances towards Leva, who's still utterly motionless. Only the blinking light in her visual module shows that her neural cloud is still running. Our energy is almost depleted. We drop our rear defense and force our way past the prototype. There's still a chance. Ah! Sabo gets struck by it and Reliant slams to the wall. Rovella, you must decide. I. Rovella rapidly runs calculations, searching for another way out. But every result points to abandoning Leva to save the tree. Alba is right. A familiar voice pipes up from behind. Leva! Leva gives up a little wave. Seeing her finally extricated from level 2, Rovella exhales in relief. Took you long enough. Cut me some slack. Also, I have taken back security control here. Time to hightail it. Under her command, the closet gate slowly rises. The dolls waste no time in retreating on the Leva's direction. Lagging behind, Leva's steps faltered slightly. What's the matter with you? Escaping level 2 took some real effort. Give me your hand. I will help too. Thanks. Rovella, minor cloth has taken some minor damage. Don't transfer command back to me for now. Alright. Someone Rovella quickly lifts Leva by her arms, while Alba slows down to cover the rear. She keeps fighting, trying to hold off the prototype. This is the side passage we took. It leads straight to the elevator. Dodging the prototype strikes, the dolls sprint toward the elevator. But the prototype hot under the heels suddenly halts. Her signal light flickers. Her head twists stiffly, as if in hesitation. Didn't catch them, what a pity. But the primary objective is achieved. Don't worry, I already made a base layer backup on your nether cloud. It won't be destroyed. Arthur, you'll cooperate with me until the end, right? Silence. Terminate. Initiating self-destruct countdown. 30, 29. Self-destructing. Bye. The dolls run quickly towards the elevator shaft to descend through. They're trying to get out of the way of Gerard. Of Gerard or Siege Faven or whatever she is holding her. Maybe self-destruction is the last mean from where she can get off the claws of Gerard, but the dolls run quickly towards the elevator shaft they descended through. Why has the thing stopped chasing us? Sofa looks back at the prototype. As the distance grows, that figure shrinks smaller and smaller. 18, 17. Forget her, the elevator's right ahead. Ding! At Leva's command, the elevator opens its doors at just right time for the dolls. Go! The dolls rush into the elevator. The doors shut and the prototype disappears completely from view. The elevator ascends rapidly. Left behind, Arthur stares impassively at the closer elevator doors. Initiating self-destruct. The prototype explodes. A blinding light erupts with her at the epicenter, and almost instantly, rolling smoke engulfs everything. The blast wave surges. The electronic through the underground research site detonate one after another. The earth trembles and the dolls in the elevator brace against the walls to keep their balance. Wow! Fortunately, the elevator reaches the surface at a critical moment. Retreat to safety immediately! At Leva's command, the dolls sprint out of the villa. The instant they cross the yard, the dilapidated building collapses entirely under the explosion impact. Whoa! Just in time then. They stare at the ruins with trepidation. Phew, close one. We nearly got buried alive in there. Leva turns around. Her expression darkens as she looks toward the satellite city in the distance. Oh dear, it's too soon to relax. Eh? Leva jerks her chin towards the satellite city, motioning the others to look. The dolls look in the indicated direction. In the satellite city far away, thick smoke rises on fire, like a massive maw swallows the night sky. How could this be? Sheltering wings. Ooh. That's a Leva icon. That's absolutely beautiful. LS17. Strife and confusion. Let a burning flame consume it all. Sitting on the sofa, Cocoon replaced the combat record from the underground lab once more. Such an interesting processing mechanism. I really should find another chance to make contact. When should I schedule the next tea party with Leva, I wonder? Gerard's server data finishes syncing. Cocoon opens several files on the research and development of tier gen dolls. She reads through the files quickly, her expression shifting from time to time. Former Griffin dolls, huh? Second gen dolls are such fascinating things. She closes the files and then raises her head towards the mysterious man watching the distant fire. Thanks to Arthur's help, we obtained plenty of valuable data. How long until Darture can be rebooted? Who are you? Double raising Gerard's suspicion, her Nether Cloud's master copy was destroyed with the server room. Rebuilding from the base layer will take some time. Very well. And the other one? Her functions are nearly repaired, and Nether modifications are going smoothly. Unfortunately, her frame was badly damaged, and the stored neural data still can't be fully restored. Because of this, we still know little about non-fast collaborators. That's fine. Make sure Rorik doesn't suspect anything. So... who are you? You're not working with Gerard, you're not working with Rorik. Are you from Sedge Faban or from the Orlok conglomerate? Or are you the Earl? You don't look like the Earl, but if you sounded like the Earl for just one miserable second. Rest assured, Gerard wants to use her as the master version of for the production of a new model of tier gen dolls. Performing neural modifications on her is perfectly justifiable. And with you pulling the strings, Legislator Rorik will likely be far too busy for quite some time. Finish the modifications on her and Darture as soon as possible. We'll need them. Is the restriction on you also lifted? Yes, thanks to you. Do you require anything of me? Maintain the status quo. Wait for its reply. And clean up after yourself. Now is not the time to openly oppose Gerard. Understood. Cocoon gazes demurely at the man's back. Anything else? No, I was only marveling at your decisiveness and your boldness in riding the tide. We once placed our hopes on the chief, leaking intel to him on purpose. Although he used it to locate the research site, he still made mistakes. How he made his end is regrettable. So it was a trap, but not from Gerard. Or Rurik, or... Or whatever. He moved too slowly. Under those circumstances, if you keep covering for him, Rurik would have grown suspicious. True, what surprised me was that, after abandoning the chief, you immediately took a massive gamble. Handing non-fat a backdoor key and letting Kalina's team, who should have been eliminated, regain their freedom. What? Then you planted the lob coordinates in Rurik's trap and arranged for Arthur, her collaborator, to go there, luring them to sabotage the server to open a breach. And now, even the little toy that Arthur whimsically brought back will be put to use by you. Every single player, knowingly or not, has become your piece. This precise control of timing and correct judgment of the situation are impossible even for a doll. Using dolls can control timing and judge situation accurately. You don't think they can? The mysterious man glances coldly at Cocoon through the window's reflection, then turns his gaze back to the distant orange-red glow. The flames kindled by Girard's flooded server room, anti-berserk droids. Use your possessing power. Tell me what happens next. I don't think this is the Earl, because the Earl wouldn't be scheming inside a corporate conglomerate. He will be the one who goes directly to the person who can turn the tide and offer them a Machiavellic, not Machiavellic, what was it, Mephistophelian contract. This looks weird. This man looks weird. It doesn't feel like Javier either, because Javier is the same that the Earl, but it's like the Earl is the bad cop, and Javier is the good one. Javier is yeah, you can have all the toys you need, but remember who helped you, and the Earl is. You have to understand that to change the world, you have to be under our claws, or else you will have no power to fight against the true ones in the power, or some shit like that. But this feels like, I don't know who from GFL1 survived. Carter was out of the screen. Kay the same. Jegor Morton died inside the submarine base. Who? Overstein. William. If it's William, it should be. It wouldn't be here. It would be William not doing these schemes here. William should be in his, like, the basement dweller he is. He would be trying to create another copy of his big boobed sister to and revive her. Not here, not like that. Who is this man? If he has been foreshadowed for so long, it should be someone who already appeared in one. Because if not, they would be showing him. If it's a new figure, they will show him. Use your processing power. Use your processing power. Tell me what happens next. Gerard's underground server has been breached. Through the loophole, I invaded the other servers. Chaos will spread across Odessa, shedding the residents' peaceful dreams. Now, with Gerard's countless droids in Odessa going highware, the technology that you once boasted about has become a blade pointed at themselves. Gerard will pay dearly for this. And then, if handled well, Gerard's position in Odessa won't collapse, but their new stock used for financing will suffer. Combined with the massive compensation they are liable to pay due to the droid malfunction, they'll face a funding crisis. Still, with its support, Legislator Roderick will likely only lose part of his free votes. He can still be elected editor-in-chief, and the Lullaby project will continue. Lullaby project. Go on. With Gerard's falling commercial value, plus its recent troubles, will lower its valuation of them. That is the opportunity you have been waiting for. Seeing the man's indifferent silence, Cocoon smiles deepens. So, I was wrong. What you see is merely the result of your computation module derives from current factors. That's why you underestimate Rorik, it, and the people of Odessa. Perhaps just as I don't understand why, over the years, even though Sex7 had more direct means to push Gerard, you never acted openly. In wartime, bullets and shells rule. In peace, we play by a different rulebook. The longer people live in peace, the more they fear conflict, and fear will become the barrel of oil that sets Gerard's ablaze. So you have made other preparations. Adapt to the tide, wait for the chance. Every piece you place will one day yield returns. Once twice lit, it must not be extinguished. Yes, the long night is only just beginning. Who are you? I have to play reverse collapse. They say no more. Cocoon slowly walks to the window and joins the man in gazing at the night swallowed by fire. On the spotless glass, her reflection shows a face both meek and cold. If evil, why hot? Okay, we are done with this event. Yay! We are done with the Oblivion. Yay! 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 Okay, let me search for something because I don't know if whose Twitter has it. Maybe Ferrari's Twitter, because he's the one who does the threads with all of the titles. No, all of the CN content. So let me check. Can find it. I'm sure it's here, but blah. Ferrari has a lot of threads, so I don't freaking know, man. Nope. Oh yeah, raw skin. They announced Rose ballroom skin. I don't remember the name. Law Enforcer, creo. I think it was the name. But there was other skin that they announced for Alba. But I can't find it. There was a skin announced for Alba. Right. It was the Skullgirl skin, right? Right. I can't find it. But I know that there's a skin for Alba in the making. Found it. Where's my... wait. Here. Wait. How can I... No. This isn't it. I'm moving what I shouldn't. Wait, what's wrong with this? Huh? I'm moving things that I shouldn't move. Wait, why isn't it isn't showing on the screen? Fuck me. Wait. There it is. This skin. So it's Robela first. Wait, let me get Robela skin. Here. Not yet. Another image. Wow. There. Robela skin here and Alba skin here. So these two skins were announced in the 100th anniversary. In the 2nd anniversary. And I'm ecstatic for both of them. Because as hot as the launch skin for Robela is, the race queen skin, I love this skin 1,000 times more. The only problem that I have with this skin is that the twin tails are the twin pigtails are not on the front. And the skin and the one on top, that one is from when DYJ, the artist, did a meme like reversing the personality of the dolls, and it was Alba there, Alba like that, Alba being an idol, a schoolgirl idol, AK-12 being a... what was it? A nun? It was Springfield being a Sukeban delinquent, and Macchiato being... what was Macchiato? What was Wawa? Shit, I forgot. But she was pretty cute. That's the thing. So, next stream, Uh, is there gonna be something in Art Nights next? Probably not. Or maybe Leishi event. Yeah, I don't know, but if Leishi event is announced, then I'll try to stream it. Else, well, I have to do Lenna's event. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll try to stream something on Monday. If I can't, then I'll just pick on some other game, some game that I have in my backlog, and say, hey, let's play this game. So yeah. Yeah, my nose is... Okay. So yeah, it has been a good stream, I guess. Thank you for coming, thank you for watching, and I hope you come back for the next stream. I'll try to stream again on Monday, but it may change depending on whatever I do. Whatever happens to me, because luck is never on my side. So yeah, I have been Equinox Eterna, and thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Bye bye.